everyone. Today is Monday of the 20th week in Ordinary Time. It is also the optional memorial of Saint Stephen of Hungary, who really brought Christianity to a group of people that did not know Christ. I'm always amazed by people in leadership. They have such a tremendous gift and power, so to speak, to bring together people. They also have an unfortunate power to separate people. Stephen of Hungary brought together, Christianized places, and brought a people to know Christ. He's called the Apostle to Hungary, and it's wonderful because he was very kind to beggars. Like, the crown did not affect his mind. Like, in other words, he wasn't so big-headed. He was like, no, we're all humans. We belong to one human family. Come on, everybody. We all have to do our part. Stephen of Hungary. So remember him of being generous, kind, especially to beggars, and also to be a unifier. Someone who unified people into Christianity by promoting the faith. Remember yesterday I said, we have to promote the faith. We can't take it for granted that our kids and our grandkids are practicing the faith. What is happening to Catholicism? If you and I don't promote it, if you and I don't encourage people to be baptized, receive their first Holy Communion and confirmation, to receive a sacramental marriage, even to have a funeral mass when they die, who is going to do it? Who? But you, but me. So every opportunity, let's be like Stephen of Hungary. Let's unify people. Let's Christianize the culture. Because the culture is getting more and more de-Christianized. Don't you think? Absolutely. We have to Christianize the culture. Don't you want to bring Christ into this world? Little by little. He's being removed little by little. Why don't you put him back in little by little? In fact, make a decision today. The day after the Assumption, the day on the optional memorial of Stephen of Hungary, make a decision. I'm going to put Christ back. Put crosses in your bedroom, in your living room. Put a statue of Mary on your front lawn. Make sure when you decorate for Christmas, Jesus is the reason for the season. Do everything you can to promote good and to Christianize the world. Encourage your children and grandchildren to attend Mass. Go as a family. Bring people closer to Christ in the sacraments. If not you, who? Who? Who will do this? Or will it just die away and we become lesser and lesser of a Catholic people because of the sins of omission? Let's not let that happen. Let's be more empowered by the Spirit, invigorated by the Spirit. So if you don't have a church home, why don't you think about St. Mary's here in historic Schwenksville? We're saying on Sunday, whether you call it Delphi, Lower Frederick Township, Spring Mount, or historic Schwenksville, this is our shared home. This is our shared home, and we love it here. We love it here. It's a great, great community. Met with a couple on Saturday getting ready for marriage, and I said to them, because they were registering, I said, you're going to love it here. The people of St. Mary's are all in. They're all in. They're not just bystanders. They're all in. And I think that's so important. A parish is only as vital as its community. Pastors come and go, but the community has to stay strong. They have to be united in the spirit of the Eucharist, in the spirit of the gospel of Jesus, so they could do the works of Jesus. Otherwise, it won't happen. To be enlivened by the Spirit of God, like the apostles were, to go out and to form communities of disciples. I could talk all I want, but if the people don't grasp that and own it, it dies. So if you don't have a parish family, please make sure St. Mary's is your parish family. Call us. Call us. And register if you're not registered. Register her. Some of you go to Mass here, but you're not registered. Register! You can do that. Be part of our life here as disciples in this community. This is a community of disciples. Modern day disciples. That's what we are. Formed by the Word of God, nourished by the Eucharist, and sustained by the living Spirit. We are one family, one Spirit, one church. We are the oneness. Do you know all that about the oneness? Beautiful, beautiful. We are all of those things coming together, forming one community. Jesus unites us. So next month we're celebrating a lot of anniversaries, aren't we? So we're celebrating the anniversary of our parish school. Do you know we have a parish school? A parish school. Years ago they used to call them parochial schools because the word parochial means parish. So we have our own parochial school. 60 years old. It was established in 1961 and it still goes on today, 60 years later, 2021. So on September the 10th, we're going to celebrate that anniversary. It's a Friday. I'll remind you again, but jot that down. Do you have a paper and pen? Jot that down, September 10th, 9 o'clock Mass. Now I want to make this clear because I told the staff this. It is not for school families only. It is a parish school. It's a parish school, which means that the entire parish comes together and celebrates Catholic school. And what a Catholic school means, and what's the purpose and mission of a Catholic school? It's an extension of the teaching mission of Jesus. Is it not? To celebrate that. 60 years. That's a big deal. I don't have to tell you that all throughout this country, unfortunately, parishes are closing schools. Why? They can't afford them. It roughly costs $1.3 million to run a Catholic school in your parish. Did you know that? It costs roughly $1.3 million every year to run a Catholic school in a parish. Well, those who have parish schools like us try our very best to make sure that we get the needed funds and resources to continue the Catholic school. But you know what we need? We need people. How can we run a school without children? So if mom and dad don't bring their child to a Catholic school, how can they afford to send them to a Catholic school when less are going? So our parish will continue to have a Catholic school as long as we possibly can. I could assure you that. 60 years and still going strong. Because this community is a community of faith. It's a community of disciples. We want to continue this beautiful legacy that was started in 1961. of a Catholic school. So we're celebrating on September the 10th, it's a Friday, at the 9 o'clock Mass, in which we give thanks to God for the gift of Catholic school in our parish, the gift of a Catholic school in our parish. On September the 11th, I don't have to remind you of what that day brings, a remembrance of the tragedy of the terroristic attack on our country in Shanksville, not Schwanksville, Shanksville, Washington, and of course you know New York. Terrible. We'll have Mass at 9 o'clock in the morning again. We'll go over to the campus flagpole. Do you know where the campus flagpole is, everybody? We'll go over. I'm pointing it outside of my office window right over here. Jim Rembens will lead us in bagpipes. 2 veterans will clip it to the flagpole and bring it up half staff, or bring it down. Bring it up and bring it down half staff. We'll do the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll ring the bell next to the flagpole 20 times. And then all weekend, the 10th, 11th, and 12th, the parish is celebrating its 95th anniversary. Wow. So we were established in 1926. Father William Beezer was the founding pastor. We broke from St. Eleanor's because Father Beezer thought we had enough people to start. So we asked the people in the Schwanksville, Springmount, Lower Frederick, Delphi area if they would join him in the new created parish of St. Mary. And it was founded on September the 15th, 1926. We'll be 95 years old. I love these history lessons about the parish, about the school, about the archdiocese. I love to learn all about that. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 10th, 11th, and 12th, we'll be celebrating what we call our Parish Feast. We used to call it St. Mary Day. Well, we moved from the day and we moved into a weekend, which is a feast. So we're going to have a lot of things. We're going to have on Friday a movie night for the family with food, and we'll have Attic Treasures. Saturday we'll have a social with the Blackbird Orchestra, Blackbird Society Orchestra, with food and Attic Treasures. On Sunday, we'll have an array of ethnic booths with food in Hedge Hall, named after our third pastor, Father Arthur Hedge. And we'll have things outside on campus. We'll also have a train picking up the kids and giving them a ride through campus. We'll have Candyland, and we'll make the train stop at different points within the campus. The 5 masses that weekend will be of Our Lady of Knock, and we'll have different celebrations of that Mass with the prayers of Our Lady of Knock, and different moments in the Mass in which we will celebrate our anniversary. Saturday will be the choir and the Knights of Columbus. That's at the 4 o'clock Mass. At the 7:30 Mass, we'll pray the novena of Our Lady of Knock. At the 9 o'clock Mass, we'll present 95 varied colored roses to Mary, each rose representing a year that we have been here. At the 10:30 Mass, we'll crown the statue of Mary, Queen of Heaven, Queen of Earth, Queen of the Church, Queen of our parish. And at the 12 o'clock Mass, we'll begin the Rosary at 11:50, and we'll pray the glorious mysteries. Do you see all throughout that weekend of Masses, we have 5 Masses on the weekend, we'll do something extra in the celebration of our 95th anniversary. So I hope you'll join us to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the school, the 20th commemoration and remembrance of 9/11, and the 95th anniversary of the parish of St. Mary here in historic Shrinesville, 95 years as a canonical established parish. It's a weekend of celebration, and I hope that you are able to come Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and join us. Because without you, we are less of a community. The more that you are here, we're stronger as a community, and we continue to do great work. Just like St. Stephen of Hungary, that he took up the whole battle, he was a king, of Christianizing the community, helping the beggars, being charitable to people that he met. So we take up the battle of Christianizing the community, serving those who are in need, and bringing the joyful message of the gospel to all that we meet in joyful celebration. As Pope Francis says, bring the joy of the gospel to others. The joy of the gospel. Be excited of who you are and what you believe, and pass on the legacy. And that's what we're doing in a beautiful way next month as we celebrate the legacy. Because we stand on the shoulders of all those people that have gone before us. And now we celebrate, remember, and hand on to the next generation this beautiful gift of faith that we have received from others. St. Stephen of Hungary, pray for us. Have a nice day, everybody.